Hello, welcome back to my channel. I am Mandy, and today I'm talking about 100 days in my studio. So in this video, I'm going to show you what I've done last couple of days, and I show you my oil painting, and the markup website I was doing. I made more photos on it, and I built a little bit of my website, and I put 2 new lists per day on Etsy shop. And I also done marketing research and to find out the right how to price my prints. I'm going to sell my prints from my website, and I also had some research of other artists' website, how they price their prints, and how they write a description. As you know, English is not my strongest point, so I just checking out. But in the end of the day, I don't think I will just copy paste anything, because I think that's boring. Even I will, when I do things my own way, even I will make a lot of mistakes. It's like when I talk, right? My grammar is never perfect, but I know if I don't talk, if I don't make this YouTube video, and my video will never skills will never improve, and my speech skills will never improve. So I rather make mistakes than not doing it, too scared to do it. So I will still write my own description or whatever. And also I want to say this to you. When in my last video I was talking about the problems I had with suppliers, but then there are also good things about suppliers, and once you get over that, you know how to deal with them. You make sure that so for when I messaged back my supplier, I said I've just found the scarves are not exactly the size I wanted it, and then she explained it. She said because I calculated after we cut the material, but then after we roll the material, so that's 1 or 2 centimeters, it's being rolled into the material. But for me, I was talking about what the finished products mean after the roll the edges. I want that size. So when you use a supplier, make sure like not just the fabric but also the size, and you need to really make it very, very clear in the contract or in the invoice when they send you the what do you call that, the price. You first ask them to send you I lost that words. But anyway, like, so when you contact a supplier, and you need to tell them exactly the finished size and the price, not the material size, the finished product size. And also another good thing about having a supplier is you can ask them to make any size you want, because in the most common size now online, they have like a square one, 45, 45, 55, and last time even I want to find 60 by 60 square ones, I couldn't find it online. So some odd size, like if you want to use some odd size, you can contact a supplier. They will have a minimum order, but sometimes they will just do it for, if you want 10, they will still do it. The price will be slightly more expensive than wholesale, but it's worth it. Maybe 10 or 20, I don't know. It depends on different suppliers. So I'm not saying never contact supplier, but yes, just avoiding those problems I had with them, the size, and then like when exactly the date they can give it to you. And another thing is, I never find any supplier I can just pay by percent. I have to pay everything. It's like, for example, when I buy 200 scarves last year, I have to pay the whole. I can't just say I pay 30%, and when I receive it I pay the rest. No, I have to pay everything at the beginning. So that's a bit of the risk. And so just be careful, okay? If you're the supplier, the wholesale is not come from your local area. And someone asked me if I've been using Alibaba, the international Chinese wholesale website. I did, but I didn't use it for my fabric. I used it for pen brushes when I was giving workshop, pen brushes and palette. So I found it very yeah, the quality was good. But it just, again, it's like when it's about wholesale, it's just always about the minimum order, because when we have a small capital and we want to keep some um, in our hand for emergency. So yeah, I have to tell you one of my my first business failure story. It's embarrassing, but it's a good experience for me. When I say 10 years ago, when I first graduated from university, I never graduate from university. I've been to 3 university, but I didn't finish any of them because I didn't want to. Um, so uh okay, anyway, so when I finished studying, when I'm done with with the arts university, and I said and then my dad said he's going to invest me to open a gallery and have and then run a coffee. Well, so anyway, he gave me like a 500,000 Chinese money. So that was for me to rent a place, decorate it, and then buy everything I needed. That was enough money to, like, more than enough to start a small business. But then I just very stupid. I spent I think I spent more than half more than half of that money. I think I spent probably 250,000 to for decoration. 250 or 300 for decoration. I spent most of the money for decoration, so the place looks awesome. I can put a link underneath, as like a friend filmed it before, so it's not there anymore, but I spent most of the money on the decoration. And then I spend a lot of money on equipment, and then I have a little bit money left, and I use that for I hired maybe 7 people, the one manager, because I don't know how to make coffee, I don't know how to cook, I don't know how to serve people. I mean, how to serve professionally in the restaurants. So I just have those ideas, and then so anyway, I spend all the money for in the first 3 months, and then that was the date after that. That was hell, really. It's so stressful because for 7 employees, I need about 225 25,000. Is that 25,000? Because in China we don't use every three number. We use 4 numbers. We say, so we I'm not familiar with the number system. 10, yeah, like 25,000 every month. I need to pay the wages, and my sales, because it was a new shop. It was under a CBD buildings, very big building, like 30 floor, 2 building together, and so it's and people working in this building, they're supposed to be the, we say, white collar in China. I don't know what you say in English. It's like the people will have above, they will be the middle class. They'll be able to come to buy coffee from my gallery. But anyway, the sales is less than 20,000, and the salary I need to pay out is like 25,000. So every month, I'm just thinking about where to borrow money to keep that running. I only opted for one year. Dad closed it up, and then become a mom. So that was my very stupid experience. So now I know I don't want my money become things, like for decoration or for whatever, for stock. You don't want your money to become your you don't want the capital. You want the capital to keep flowing, so you can keep flowing. But when it's flowing, you learn things. But once you buy it, and then it's just become the thing. The thing. Once you the thing for a thing that things, like the use is less flexible, but if you have money in your hand, it's more flexible. So that's what I'm saying, because if you pay a lot of money to buy silk, and then when you need color, you can't exchange your silk with color. I don't think a lot of, if if you emails the color supplier, say, I have a lot of silk, can I exchange it with your with some color? Well, I mean, I think it is a lot of work and not worth it. I know, I just being silly, right? So anyway, I think it's important to have the money flowing. And I'm going to show you my oil painting. I've worked yesterday morning. Yesterday morning and the day before, I'm kind of giving the 2 or 3 hours every day. I'm adjusting a best times schedule for my studio, because before I spent a lot of time in the last 5 years. I spent a lot of time learning, training, and I didn't really actually have a lot of time to paint. So I was training on many things, as I said, like how to build website and how to take photos and how to set up photo background and how to just a lot of things. I had and I also tried to learn Chinese. No, sorry, English. Even by talking about it, making me feel nervous. I try to learn English, but every time when I try to uh, speak correctly, I just don't know. I feel my tongue is like it's like now I can't talk. So now I'm trying to figure out when I meet other creative people, crafters, they say they have very minimal time to paint, and but most of the time they need to spend on marketing, like share their works on website and chatting with people for chatting, just chatting, because people will message you if you have a Facebook page, or if you have YouTube, or if you have Instagram. When people contact you, they expect replies, right? If I To be fair, if I contact someone, I expect replies, and it's very hard to not reply them, so that take a lot of time. And I want to reply. I want to reply every message I receive, because but the time is limited. So sometimes it's like when you're sharing your post, and then when you're doing marketing, and then you actually not have a lot of time to do creative things. So I'm trying to work in on a schedule, to have to ensure myself I will have enough time to paint. And so I'm trying a new schedule. Is I will do the painting every morning, like for the beginning of my day, and then after lunch I will do other admin work, like maybe building my website, and then taking photos, or sell, or put new list for sale, and then reply messages and that kind of thing. And also I get myself a deadline before. Sometimes I work until very late, like 10 o'clock, and I get up early, like 5 or 6. And so it's sometimes I get tired during the day, but the thing is, I get tired and I can't spend quality time with my son, because the time I have with him is after school, 3:30, until bedtime, 9 o'clock, let's say. But then I need to cook in the middle. So if I start to cook at 5, we're finished dinner at 7, and then we have very little time together. Even I'm working at home and seeing him all the time, but then I get really tired. So I really want to work out a best schedule for, like, single parents. You can work for whatever you love, and then make enough money from that thing, and always have time for your children, for your babies. So I'm just really trying it. So I never tried to start. I tried to start my day with painting, drawing, or exercising, but I'll always drop it off very quickly, because I always feel, no, I need to put that new list up. I need to put advertise like this, and I need to contact that. I need to push for sale. That was me chasing after money, but I feel people shouldn't chase after money. It's not money is not important, but it's not that important. We shouldn't chase for it. As long as we can shrink our budget, and then as long as we have food, and we can still keep the mind clear. We're still doing things we love, not because they can bring money, but because we can express ourselves. we can express life, we can try new things. I think fight for making a lot of money to become rich, it's not worth it. I don't know why I'm saying that. I do want to get rich, but I don't want to chase for it. So I'm gonna show you my picture, and I show you how I price my prints. Okay. So I have done a little bit process of this painting, but yesterday I focused on the trees, the chimney, and the little details on this part, the trees, the doors and things. The day before I kind of get the sky done, but I'm not very happy with it. I feel it needs to light up a little bit, so I will work on that today. And yesterday I put a little bit more color on here. So today I'm going to work a little bit on the garden and a little bit the sky and a little bit more detail on that. I haven't even started the trees on this end, but I'll see how it goes. Okay, now let's go and see how did I price my print. Okay, my camera. So how to do research? Where's my here? I've learned how to do research from a different. Where is it? Recent. Here, my research. So I have learned this research from. I must show you that the guy I follow, the channel I follow. Here, let me see. Etsy. Consulent, right? Etsy consulent. Yeah, his channel have a lot of good stuff. So I've watched his video, and I've learned something very useful. So he was introducing how to do marketing research there at Etsy marketing research. If you find his channel, and you will find that video. So I'm not good at teaching, doing research, that kind of thing. So I show you after I learn. I've done one followed by him, and I was doing this Etsy research. But then yesterday I changed that. I made it to do my prints, and how do I price it? I don't really know how to price it, and I don't want to underprice, and I don't want to overprice. So because for print you can't, it's more complicated. It's not like a handmade item. You can actually just time is you can price it by the materials. For print it's a bit more complicated. So so I have because they have different sizes. So I googled some print website, and then I found the most popular size. Here are the size 25 because all of my pictures are square. So 25 by 25, 30 by 30, 40 by 40, 50 by 50, and until 100 to 100. I thought I think probably after the 1 meter, that's the print for 1 meter. After you frame it, it will be 120 by 120 centimeters. You have to have a very big house, or maybe it's a hotel. And then, but for regular house, it seems like the most popular size. So I found the most popular size, and then I researched this popular size, and then by different price, like how much different painting, how much different websites selling it, and I calculated the rate, like how one size bigger than the last size, how like what's the rate, how many percent more expensive than the last one. I just find this average number. I know I can't explain it very clear, but for example, okay, here 30 by 30 for this picture is 22 pound, and then the next price 40 by 40 centimeter is 31 pound, And then the next price, 50 by 50 centimeter, is 37 pound. And so 22 and 231, 31 is 29% more expensive. So this size is 29% more expensive than the last size. And then the next size, 50 by 50, is 16% more expensive than last size. So in that way, I start my print, it was 65 before on my Etsy, but only have one size. Now I have more size, multiple size. I need like a kind of more smart way to price it. If I can't just go by at 10 pound, at 5 pound by guess it, because I have 100 print, and if the price is wrong and when I want to change it again, it's all wrong. So I probably need to do more, but I only done 20 lists, so I just roughly get the idea of my prints, and I think I will start like that. So why do I need those percentage here? It's once I know the basic price, okay, I start my price by 35 per print for 30 by 30 centimeter prints, and then my next price is for 40 to 40, and I add those all number together. It's like primary school, mathematics. Add all together and to get the average number. Average percentage is like the next size will be 27% more expensive than the first size. So I use that number to find that my next price is 44 pound, and then I use the same method. I find that like for a lot of website, I find that the rate from 40 to 50 and the 50 to 60 centimeter square size is like, it's not the same, just find the average. So that's what I did for this couple of days. Okay, I have finished my my report for this day, and before I end, I just want to say, if you want to start anything, just go and do it. The best way to learn is just do it. And even you don't know how to do it, and don't wait for you have everything, because that day might never come, because if you don't do it, you don't know what you need actually. Yeah, that's it for today, and thank you for watching. Enjoying your day, and see you next time. Bye.